Okay guys, so I'm going to show you how I got from a beginner at Fortnite to an okay or decent player at Fortnite from switching my mouse and keyboard settings and then practicing after each time. When I first started playing Fortnite, I was just spamming ramps and circles, didn't know what I was doing, just holding down the place button, spamming all the jump keys and WASD. I had no idea what I was doing. I was accidentally placing random stuff, just going in circles. But then I started to know what I was doing and could edit walls, could protect myself while cranking up to get high ground, and yeah. Okay, now guys, I'm going to show you the keyboard settings that got me this good at everything. So most things are default, obviously, all the shooting, the moving and around, and the weapons choosing, but then, build while crouching is G. I don't really care about that one. I don't really need to crouch while I'm building. X is my trap. I don't like traps much. I don't really like them, so obviously default place while building, rotate building left and right. Left shift is building edit, much easier. And then the floor is Q. Wall is my lower thumb button. And then I have the resetting builds thing. Well, it kind of repairs it. Yeah, repairing builds, you can see it here. H, and then rotate building is L. And then change is right. I already said that, I'm pretty sure. And basically everything is default. And I have wall as upper thumb button, and that's kind of my settings. My mouse looks like this. It has two thumb buttons on the side. I hope you can see that right here. This is the lower one. This is the upper one. It actually has a slant. I think it makes it much easier. My mouse pad is really big. It can fit plenty of mouse space, more than a normal mouse pad, and it fits my whole keyboard on it too. It's easier with the bigger mouse pad because then I can lower my sensitivity for my mouse. So then, like with my AR, it's easier to shoot people with it because when the sensitivity is high, you move your mouse and then it just moves a little too much. But if it's lower, it's much easier to control. And if you don't just change it, like you're probably asking, why don't you just change it? Because then you're gonna be going like this on the mouse pad, trying to shoot the person, but then that's not really gonna work at all. Everyone knows that's not gonna work. So it's bigger, so I don't have to reset the mouse every time I'm trying to shoot someone. If I would to be lowering the sensitivity with the small mouse pad, this one is bigger, so I can lower the sensitivity, and I won't be having to reset the mouse by picking it up and bring it back more towards my keyboard. Okay guys, so I have my mouse. My mouse pad holds my mouse and my keyboard. It has more space than a normal mouse pad. The keyboard is kind of normal, just glowing, has a cool dragon up here. The mouse, it's kind of tilted to the... Okay guys, one of the ways I practiced was practicing in Vader's Impossible Edit course. This is one of the courses that I'm about to do. I'm not that good at it. I can still work on it, which is why I still use it. But I think doing any of these practices would really help anyone with their edits. Even the best players probably still do it, even though they're really good. It's very helpful for anyone at any skill level. Just gotta take it slow and easy at first, and that's all I have to. That's just one way I practice. Other way, just gonna head back down, place ramps, and edit them like this. I do that, or I just place walls like this and edit them, but I don't. That's a bad way to do it like this. I can do it that way fast. This way is harder at first, but then it actually is easier after some practice, and it is better because it lines up with the head. You edit it, take out your shotgun, and boom, it's probably at body or head height. But when you do it like this, see if there's a floor here, their feet might be where you shot it. It would do like 37 damage even with the blue, even with a good shotgun like the purple pump that I'm holding out right now. Another way how I practice, well, it's the exact same thing with the ramp, but after I was done doing all of this, I would place a ramp and pretend that there was a person in front of me, and I would edit the ramp, shoot them where their body would be, place this, edit a window, and shoot them, and I'd do 200 in total because it would be 100 and then 100 because it's the purple pump. Okay, so the difference between the two mice that, well, the new one that I use now with the 2 thumb buttons, well, obviously it has the 2 thumb buttons, but it's also a different shape. It's really cool. I like it a lot. You can see it's a little bit differently shaped than normal mouse. This is like a normal mouse, no special thumb buttons, kind of glowy. But you can see there's no special thumb buttons. And here there is. Here there isn't. You can see that. And that's the difference between the mouses. They're different shape. This one is more to the left. This one's more straight down. This one's also bigger. And this one's a little bit smaller. And this one is heavier. And you can kind of feel it more. The weight kind of helps. I think that it kind of helps me control it. Other people might not say that. It's kind of like lowering the sensitivity, I feel like. But you can think whatever you want to think about it. You might like the lighter mouse, so you can do like flick shots or something. But I like this one. I feel I can control where my person is moving much better. But you can choose which kind of mouse you would like. And that's kind of it for the differences of the mice, just that it has a different shape. It has 2 extra keys that they're not just good for Fortnite. Like on Google or something, you can go back with it. It's kind of like the Command Z on a keyboard. It's like that. But you actually can't do Command Z. It just goes back. And that, okay, why my settings are better after I got the mouse and I switched them, because before it was, I think my edit was E, and then I switched it to left shift. E, I had to take my finger off of it, and I would have to take my finger off to press it. With left shift, it's already lined up there, and I could just press it, and I could hold it down. I could stand without having to switch any fingers. And then for the mouse, I just well, if I was switching my edit button, I would have to go up to caps lock to hit it. So I also changed after I switched to the mouse, I didn't automatically switch to left shift. It was still on E. I put caps lock, which was my ramp, but now it's on triangle, but then I switched that to E because I don't use triangle that much. I don't think it's that great. I might switch it back to caps lock in the future, but right now I don't use it much, so I decided to switch it to E. That doesn't mean it's hard to do. You see, I don't really have to do much. I just have to lift my finger up. It was my edit, but then when I changed it to E, that was my edit, so then I changed it to left shift. Felt the caps lock was a little too high up, and most of the pro players have it on left shift. So yeah, that's why I switched it to left shift. And the wall and ramp on the mouse, I don't want to move my fingers around on the keyboard away from WASD and jump and stuff. So I switched it to my mouse where my thumb already is. Very simple. And then Q is, I already had my finger on Q because that's where my wall would be, so I'm already used to that. So I just decided, why not put a different build on there now that I'm switching it. And I felt it was better. Well, I just had to switch everything. Well, it was closer. It used to be on C, I think, right next to my thumb. I feel that's not as good because then I kind of have to take my thumb off my spacebar a little bit. My V was my cone. W or spacebar, but like I said, I don't really use cone much. Might in the future, might switch it back to caps lock or V, or even G. A lot of people like G. Some people like G as their edit. Yeah. So, but I think it's better, and I am better with it. This is kind of, I'm gonna show an example of what I was kind of like before I switched my settings. Yeah, just doing box 90s. Yeah, trash. And so it's much better now. You've seen what I can do right now already. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video and see how much someone can improve from a beginner at Fortnite to a decent player at Fortnite in not that much time.
If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.